Hi, and welcome to a series on the identity of Jesus and how that shapes our lives. Jesus in his own words. And as we share in this, we are going to understand how that affects us. And today we talk about the Good Shepherd. The I am statements are powerful statements of Jesus that he says about himself. And if we understand who Jesus is, we are able to understand how we have been created and the makeup that is us. Because as we understand ourselves, we are created in the image of God. And so Jesus says he is the true shepherd. Why the true shepherd? Well, there were many false shepherds, and they continue to be around the world, particularly as Ezekiel revealed. Terrible stewards of the people of God did not care for them. Jesus is the true shepherd. Let's see why. Jesus is the true shepherd because it is the way that God cares for us and the way that Jesus shows us how the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit care for us. God's ongoing love for us, never ending, extravagant, abundant, eternal. If you can use as many words as you want to describe God's love, because God is love and he exuberates that love. He exudes that love. He abundantly supplies that love because he is the God of love. And so because God loves us, he has said in the framework of an understanding of the day of a shepherd. Maybe we don't understand shepherds so much these days, but here's the thought. If Jesus cares for us like the best shepherd, the true shepherd, it is a demonstration of God's utter love of us from beginning to end, through and through. And so as the shepherd cares for sheep, so God cares for us. But you see, God's love for us is perfect. Sometimes we want to question God's love, but God's love for us is perfect. And as the shepherd focuses on the sheep, so God's love for us is perfectly from a pure heart, a holy heart of God, for our best. But it is strong because there's a rod and a staff for rebuke and correction and rescue. But his leading is insightful because it leads us to the places where there is abundant grass. And so God's love for us is the best for us all round. Here's a story of a little boy who was about to die. And a Sunday school teacher used to visit him regularly and bring him good news of Jesus. And then one day when he died, the parents found him holding on to this fourth finger and the ring finger, if you want to call it that way. And the parents asked the Sunday school teacher, why is our child lying now in his body, his soul having gone to heaven, but his body is still here, still holding on to this finger? And the Sunday school teacher said, well, I taught the little boy to say, the Lord is my shepherd. And so when he holds on to this finger, it is saying, I can trust Jesus because he is trustworthy and he is mine and I am his. Powerful stuff, isn't it? Jesus is yours if you will take him as your Lord. But this means looking after ourselves. And as a shepherd looks after the sheep, we need to look after our bodies and our souls and our minds and our spirits. And that's to guard the things that we read and see and watch and so on. But to exercise and eat well and have regular times of rest and self-care is a huge subject. But when we care for ourselves, it is honoring the instrument and the being that God has created us to be. So take time for self-care. But also make sure that you are caring for others, the children, the sheep, those who need your care, those who need loving attention by listening to each other. Because that's, as Bonhoeffer says, is the greatest compliment we can offer to each other, is to listen to each other. So care for each other, young and old. And so here's our affirmation. You are redeemed and free because Jesus has found you, redeemed you, brought you back, and holds you in his arms and keeps you in his flock. He's saying to you, care for yourself, care for your sheep, because I have called you by name. I know you by name, and you are free. And so our prayer is, who can we care for today? God bless you.